It's September 2025. Thousands of people have already bought their tents to camp out and wait for the big day. The day when you are launching your own product. You've been working on relentlessly to put together your digital program, your educational platform, or a service bundle, and it is finally go time. I'm going to walk you through the steps that are required to create such a big bang when you start selling. I went through more than 10 years of testing different online marketing and sales strategies. I built an audience of more than 100,000 people. Now, throughout the years, I had many failed launches, lost a lot of money trying to sell my stuff online, till 1 week, I finally cracked the code. I finally had it. Cracked the old code that's been written by some of the most genius marketers out there. This was the first time when my very own product launch generated me $14,000 in sales within 6 short days after my digital product has launched. Now, this concept is not new. Let me introduce you to one of my role model marketers, David Ogilvy, aka the OG of advertising. This guy didn't just play the advertising game, he mastered it. He was the mastermind behind famous global brands like Rolls-Royce, Mercedes, Ford, American Express, Barbie dolls, and countless more. And today, I'm breaking down his secrets so you can do the same for your own brand. I brought you one of his articles that introduced a new product launch strategy as he saw it back in the 1970s. Now, this strategy has been used by thousands of new age marketers, companies, and brands to craft the perfect product launch strategy. Ogilvy shows us 5 principles when introducing his product launch mechanism. These principles have since been used by some of the biggest companies on earth, the heavy hitters, the Apples, Teslas, and the Microsofts. But what is the strategy that makes them so successful at launching new products that rakes in millions of dollars in revenue, you might ask? To find an answer, I dug deep into Ogilvy's articles called How to Launch New Products from 1973. First, you obviously need a product, but not just any product. One that has a real point of difference which can be perceived by the customer. A product like Dove Beauty Bar that David Ogilvy talks about that smoothens the skin unlike most of the soaps that were on the market in the 1970s.
That's because Dove creams your skin while you wash.
Or like the Apple products that are well known for their top-of-the-line hardware and engineering.
This is the iPhone 4S.
The difference in your product must be clearly communicated so every one of your customers clearly understands what results your products will deliver to them. Your product either has a better performance, delivers better results, or solves a bigger problem. Feel free to use research and studies to prove your point when differentiating your product, but the easiest way is to communicate a solution for your customers' problems. Now, the second David Ogilvy talks about is the packaging, which is your offer design. Ogilvy puts a big emphasis on product design differentiation. He says your package should help position your product and express its promise and personality. If this was true 50 years ago when the market noise was much lower, imagine how important it is to have a unique brand identity today when your mind is constantly seeing advertisements everywhere you look. The third point Ogilvy outlines is the name of your product. Now, the name should help position your product, obviously, and spell out its promise. I came up with the name Personal Brand Machine for my framework, which is a monetization system for content creators and experts. It turns your personal brand into a money-making machine, basically. The name drives the point home, and you want to make sure that your customers and clients know what they are buying. Number 4 is the price. The price has to be justifiable by the value the product delivers. Now, introduce your price based on the positioning of your brand. A high-end product cannot be cheap, as it will lose from its perceived value, but at the same time, a copycat product cannot be priced over the original. Last but not least, Ogilvy talks about advertising itself, which, despite being at the end of the articles, gives us the most value. He goes through 8 points within this section, starting with positioning. By positioning, he means creating a distinct image and an identity for a product or brand in the minds of consumers relative to your competitors in the market. Next up is the big idea. Always plan your product launch around a big idea. A big idea refers to a creative concept or overarching theme that forms the foundation of a campaign and captures the attention of your target audience. It is a unique selling point, an emotional appeal, a clear but creative introduction of the product. And here we go, number 3. I love number 3. Ogilvy here says that your product will only be new once. Say it, it's new. Coming up, he talks about your price. When Ogilvy mentions the price, he tells you to put the price in the advertising as it answers the first question on your customer's mind. Now, this is a good strategy when selling lower ticket items, but I recommend not really using it for high ticket programs since you don't want your client to compare your offer to your competitors based on price only. Another great point is to tell the customer how to use your product. Sell the results, not the benefits. Showing your customers how to use the product and showcasing how they're getting results using your product is an affiliate marketing move by itself. You will see many coaches and experts show off their students' results. That's exactly to get you excited what they can deliver to you as well. Next up, he says, repeat the name of your product. Personal brand machine. I'll keep saying mine so you'll remember. Do the same. Along with the name, state and repeat the obvious benefits. Since your mind constantly revolves around your brand, you might mistakenly believe everyone else is up to date with your product and your thoughts. Now, keep talking about them, keep sharing. Just because you spend 24 hours with your own thoughts, that does not mean everyone is seeing your content all the time. Keep sharing the obvious. Now next, a big mistake I see many coaches make is overclaiming. They're overclaiming and under-delivering. How cool it is when you buy a new car. Then you find that you've received an extra set of tires with it, a full cleaning set, plus guarantee for 3 years. It is always better to not overclaim but over-deliver. As you can see, Ogilvy has introduced some of the basic principles that seem to be ageless when it comes to launching products. But since Ogilvy, the delivery of information has changed tremendously. With the introduction of the internet, online marketing, and digital sales, new trends have appeared using the same old principles, repackaged for the new age. There are a few notable experts I follow in this topic. I especially recommend the Secret Trilogy from Russell Brunson and go through the Launch book from Jeff Walker to learn more within this topic. But by learning from what works and adding our own secret sauce to the equation, we have also been delivering $30,000, $40,000, $60,000 launches for our clients that realize the power of content creation and the power of the personal brand machine. To best describe a launch that works with your audience, we will split it into 3 parts: pre-launch, launch, and post-launch. Now, pre-launch obviously happens before your big product launch event. This is the phase where you hype the date, leak features of your product, and handle objections in the mind of your customer. This phase is the most important part of the product launch strategy because this is where you're inviting the crowd to come and enjoy the revelation of your new big thing. On launch day, you want to make sure to send out your reminder emails, text messages, and all the content pieces to get a high show-up rate to your event, whether it's offline or online. Now, during your event, you'll guide your audience through the journey of your brand and product, how you got here, what hardships you fought through, and how you had that big idea that Ogilvy also talks about to come up with your new, shiny, result-oriented, amazing product. On the day of your launch, you want to have raving fans ready to open up their wallets since you have pre-handled all their objections, you have answered all their questions and concerns, and you are fulfilling their desires with your product. Post-launch. Post-launch, you will be busy onboarding clients to your programs, delivering the initial welcome packages while closely focusing on your campaign. This is the phase when you want to go all in baby. All in with content, with stating and repeating the benefits, handling the less resistance that your soon-to-be clients might have, and this is where you're introducing scarcity to your equation. There will be an end to your new product launch, so your clients must act fast. To learn more about product launches, I recommend you dive deep into the book of David Ogilvy, Jeff Walker, and other marketers, as having an effective launch strategy will distinguish your brand from your competitors. Now, if you're an expert, coach, content creator, or business owner and want to build your own personal brand machine or launch your own digital product and scale it into 7-figure business, feel free to DM me the word launch on Instagram. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments for me to answer. And send this video to a friend who needs to learn how to launch a digital product. And in the beginning of the video, we have started a story only you can finish. Go ahead and do what you gotta do. I'm signing off till the next video. See you then.